Good morning. It is 6:17 a.m. on Tuesday, August 15th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. First quick update on yesterday. I talked in yesterday's video, I think, about having some important non-reschedulable stuff to do at work yesterday, which I did, and it was successful, and we completed it, so thumbs up. So that's good. Um, and I do not feel as though my whatever it was I thought I might be coming down with has not gotten any worse. So that's good too. Maybe it'll just not get any worse than this and I'll fight it off. But last night was kind of a rough night with Luna. Just as a current status update, yesterday was the first day of her third week of radiation treatments. This is 4 total weeks of 5 days each, which, yeah, it's a lot. But, we're getting through it. By and large, she doesn't seem so. She's tolerating the treatment pretty well. She's not really having so far any significant side effects except for one which was 100% anticipated, which is that she has a little bit of kind of the equivalent of a sunburn on her private parts, which I think we can all imagine is seeming fairly uncomfortable, right? So it's been getting, more sensitive and probably more uncomfortable for her as we go. And because the nature of the treatment is such that it's not going to get better until we stop the treatments, hopefully it won't get worse quickly. It's just kind of a case of trying to keep her as comfortable as we can during that time, and then hopefully once the treatment starts, that'll heal, and hopefully we will have got the cancer, and the little side effect treatment there will go away. So that's the hope. But because she had been getting more uncomfortable, I mentioned that to her doctor, and so got some new painkiller medicines for her. And I was fairly impressed last night because her first dosage really seems to make her much more comfortable without really just knocking her out and making her too woozy. Unfortunately, I think what happened is we're going to have to try to figure out the timing of those doses a little bit more carefully because she ended up waking me up in like the middle of the night, like 3:30, and she was obviously very uncomfortable again. It had, that first dose had completely worn off in the middle of the night, and she was not sleeping, and she was whining at me, and so that was kind of unpleasant. So I actually gave her what would have been just her, morning when we get up dose at like 3:30 in the morning. So I think what we'll probably try to do tonight is delay her evening dose until later in the evening. Hopefully we can find timing that doesn't leave her with too much time where she really feels uncomfortable. But in particular, I need her to be able to sleep through the night because I need to be able to sleep through the night. And I'm also not looking forward to a little bit of logistical nightmare for a couple of days later this week, starting Wednesday during the day and then continuing through Saturday morning. My apartment building is resurfacing their parking lot, which means that I'm going to have to park off-site for a couple of days. The alternative is that I could actually leave my car where it is, but then I wouldn't be able to get it out. So that's a non-starter. So it's not like I have to walk 3 miles or something to where I'm going to park it, but it's not ideal when I'm going to be taking Luna to the car twice a day. Like to the car in the morning, from the car in the evening, when she's not been up for walking as far of late. So Yeah, not thrilled about that. Um, I've actually thought about like getting a little wagon for her to ride in or something if in those circumstances, but I don't know if we're there yet. I might try that if it turns out to be really, really difficult on the first day. Because sometimes she has enough energy, and it's usually just about whether she feels like walking or not. Um, hopefully, if we can, once we finish with her treatment, if she's feeling better, we can try to get rid of some of those bad habits. But we'll see. In any event, I'm excited about the D&D Beyond launch today, and I imagine I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But that's the Luna update. Other than, as I mentioned, that particular discomfort, which is not great, but is expected as part of what's happening. Um, Other than that, she's actually doing fairly well. So, fingers crossed. We'll see. And I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.